beer, but I always sort of maintain that this is a jam more than it's a showcase, even though it's a showcasey kind of jam. If you want to fuck up and make mistakes, this is the place to do it. Don't worry about it. Next up to the mic, please welcome Nick. Round of applause for Nick.
Thank you.
It's tight in the ear, isn't it?
So I'm from Peterstones, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Wentloog, it's right between Cardiff and Newport, and we have a...
Nice golf club there.
It is a golf club. It's also a seawall that literally stops my village from getting flooded. So I've always lived by the sea, and I quite like the sea, so I wrote about the sea. You are comfort in a strange land, familiar somewhere unknown, family when I feel alone. Through you I see me, a boy, on a wall wild and worn, branch of his land in hand, running, singing, smiling alongside Havren, tragic princess of old. Through your lunar-led ebb and flow, your brackish waters made murky by mud, mark me. Your salt scent on the crisp air, your crash and lovely lap, your constant crafting of landscape, the sight of your waters ground me. See, I love and thank you. Cheers. I guess pre-warning, I'm not a fan of the royal family, so this one is about that.
Another TV show.
What's that?
No, no.
That was good. God save the Queen. A line that I do not find fine, nor has it ever been, for two reasons mainly. You see, I believe no guy in the sky holds sway over my life, but if you do, that's up to you. But religion and state should not reside in the same place, not in my opinion. Now, the second more difficult reason would have had me strung up for treason had I been born in a different time. Thankfully, it's no longer a crime. But why the hell do we allow people born into power rule us, and the rest of us, and the rest of the world shower them with gifts and influence? Supporters say tradition should be continuous, that they bring in money and they create wealth. Well, I find it funny and a little hard to sell. Now in London that one may run, but in Wales that ship doesn't exactly sail. All I see is an unelected elite, chosen by divinity and completely indifferent to me, announcing their elder son in a castle built by our announcing their elder son in a castle built by our conquerors as the prince of us was just far, far too much. What an insult. So aware were they of the friction they'd caused, not one police officer present that day was Welsh. I saw the reports. But they learnt their lessons, right? As if they name a bridge after him too. Oh, they did do that. Right. But seriously, I've no time for royals. Upper class sponges to the system and spoilt. I'll tell you this for free. Queenie can do one. The Duke's an old git. Their son's a mug and Will ain't a hit. Their children are doomed. The extended family are hardly a delight. And Harry, well, Harry's all right. I wrote this before I got Instagram, and now I'm a hypocrite. Connected we are, yet plagued by disconnect. Addicted to the micro swipes and likes of recognition from those from across the globe. Our instinct to run, scream and live in the moment now never happened unless we record it, store it, adore it. We are slaves to the demons which reside by our side. Our constant comparing to those around us is impairing. We need to reconnect from this misconnected disconnect. Yeah. This one. I wrote this when they closed down Goody Who. Oh Cardiff, with your streets a shattered mix of makeshift homes and empty chip trays, of broken dreams and definitely maybes. A pilgrimage for many who take the task of travelling down Trains of old industrial lines, past drowned combes and valleys and forced forests of pine. A city that watched its wealth leave its shores, housing people who could not row with their own oars. To fuel an empire, be it coal, oak or people, always been looked upon as pathetic and feeble. Yet, you shine bright, Cardiff, it's true. Despite the brickwork of ruined past lives, you survive. You remember a time before forts and river names and the footfall of Romans. You witnessed the reclamation of native sovereignty, Norman conquest and ignored civil war brutality. You've been burnt, bombed and belittled, and yet here you are. A shouting, screaming capital singing, see me, far into the future, on the brink of freeing itself from its historical rulers. A hotbed now for our land's multilingual cosmopolitan view. If there's gonna be a brain drain, then hell, let it be you. You're a city worthy of your pockmarked past, but your battle is not yet over. Commercial greed has seen your beauty decline. Historical streets flawed and communities shoved aside. Successful family businesses not cared for by council. Our native tongue often still viewed by many as a mouthful. The capital of the land of song yet in danger of being muted, as many do not learn more than Calon Lan or go to hear new music. Instead, they queue like drones in clubs of manufactured McDonald's tones and feast on the same food that others eat on every other city street all over the country. We chant, cry with choirs for our glad on those days where we witness the rugby, but don't entertain the idea that we need not accept the status quo here. That we deserve more. A capital willing to fight for its nation. A capital listening to its country's frustration. A capital that can be a beacon of liberation. So I hope, talk and share, and with hiraeth I ache, and await this city to awake. Diolch yn fawr.